guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and I'm a career transition coach. I work with moms who feel stuck in jobs that they hate and I help them make the transition into the job of their dreams. Today's episode, we're going to be talking just about that. We're going to be talking about why you are still stuck in your shitty job and why you're not in your dream job yet. There are 5 reasons why you are still stuck there, and I'm going to lay them all out to you today. And if you want to start a business, there's actually a bonus 6th reason at the end. Let's get started. All right, y'all. I will be calling you out this entire video, so just get ready, okay? So reason number 1 why you are still stuck in the job that you hate is because you are waiting for some outside sign to tell you that you are meant for something better. You are waiting for some outside sign to tell you, hey, you never told anyone this, but just judging by your pure existence, I think that you do not need to be here. You don't like it here, do you? I think that you would actually be an amazing doctor. More specifically, pediatrician. I don't know if you have kids or anything or if you like kids, but you would be an amazing pediatrician. And what I'm also going to do for you, I am actually the dean of that medical school that you were thinking about just yesterday. I am the dean, yes. So once you're ready to apply, here's my card, and I will let you get in. And you will be the best pediatrician that we have ever had at our school. That's what y'all are waiting for. And obviously that's like a really ridiculous example, but y'all are still waiting for some sort of outside validation to let you know that you can do the thing that you want to do. I'm here to tell you, it's not going to happen unless you actually take steps to get to that place. You can't sit there until you have a corporate job, right? And you hate your corporate job, but you're there because you have bills, you have kids, you have responsibilities, you have things that you like to do, you have a lifestyle to upkeep, and you feel like this is the only way to just stay in your corporate job because that's safe, right? But deep down inside, you really want to be an oncologist. That's completely different. You'd have to go back to school. You'd have to take classes. You'd have to do so many things. Eventually, you'd have to quit your job. Like, how are you going to do that? Well, I was just distracted looking at my nails in the viewfinder. Okay. That's a problem. All right. So you know that's a lot of steps. And you don't want to take all those steps if you don't feel like it's going to be worth it. So you keep waiting for this outside sign to tell you that it's going to be worth it, to tell you that you're going to be successful, to tell you that, yes, take the leap, you're going to make it. We're not going to get that. And a lot of us don't know that we're waiting for that, but a lot of us are. And it usually comes in a form of a it's not worth it sort of thought. So you're waiting for something to prove to you that it will be worth it. And the only way that you're going to get that, girl, you have to take some action. You're not going to meet that dean of that medical school that you want to go to unless you start taking some classes, unless you start telling people what you want to do, unless you start going to events for pre-med students, unless you start doing all of those things, you're not going to get that sort of validation. And to be totally honest, you don't need outer validation to let you know that you can do the thing that you want to do. At the end of the day, you know you better than anyone else knows you. So if there's anyone that has to tell you that, yes, sis, you're going to do it, yes, sis, you're going to make it, it has to be you. It has to come from you. And don't get me wrong. I know exactly what the hell you guys are talking about. I know exactly where you guys are coming from. It took me an entire year, a full-blown year, to actually sign up for my coaching program. An entire year. And you know what's so funny? Like, I didn't really get any extra outside validation. I just knew that I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I knew that I was upset, and I was tired, and I was unhappy with my current situation, and I knew that if I became successful as a life coach, that would not solve all my problems, but it would make me more happier every single day. So, number 1 was validation. The second reason why you are still stuck in the job that you hate, you are listening to the voice inside of your head that's telling you that you can't do it. Let me tell you about her. She's mean, she's ugly, and she's rude. If that voice were a whole separate person, would you still be friends with that person? No. So then stop listening to that same exact person that's now just inside of your head. She knows the exact same information that you do. That's the other thing that y'all need to remember. She knows the exact same information that you do, but instead of running on some basis of maybe like rationality, she's running on fear and anxiety. How are you going to get anything done? How are you going to succeed in the way that you want to succeed? How are you going to do something that's a little bit risky that can possibly give you so much more happiness and joy in your life and fulfillment? You're not going to be able to do that if you're still listening to this person inside of your head that's telling you you're not good enough, that's telling you can't do it. You can't do that, guys. So I've really had a trouble with like telling her to shut the fuck up and just leave. And in my coaching program, we call that your gremlin. And I was able to really think of my gremlin as like this separate sort of like thought process. Like I don't have to listen and act on what my gremlin is saying. And so what I've started doing is if I'm going to make a choice, right? Because a lot of people, they confuse their gremlin with their intuition. And your intuition is just like this gut feeling that's telling you what to do or what not to do. And sometimes people think that their gremlin is doing the same thing. So it's like, how do I make that decision? What I've started doing is if I make a decision and I have this feeling in my heart, like this heavy feeling, like this scared sort of feeling, I have to sit down and think, okay, where is this feeling coming from? What is the basis of this feeling? What is the core thought to this feeling? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Is it something rational? Is it something backed with evidence? What is the core thought? And if it's based off of fear of the unknown or anxiety because of the fear of the unknown, then I'm going to do it. Because I know that that's coming from my gremlin and that that's not serving me. It's only stopping me from doing things that is not even all that serious to begin with. And that could actually potentially give me amazing results, could potentially make me happier. And if I'm not going to do it just because someone who's like super anxious and afraid of everything is gonna tell me not to. Y'all used to watch the Rugrats? What would happen? What would happen if Tommy always listened to Chucky? Nothing. They would have been boring. There wouldn't have been a show. Like, really sit down and think about that. Your gremlin is Chucky. He's a good friend sometimes, but he's mostly anxious and you just need to calm him down a little bit and just do what is best for you and do what's most fun and do what will make you happy. Tell Chucky to calm down. All right, so now number 3 has actually 2 sides to it. So it's about research. And if we're going to be jumping into a new career, there's new things. Like, we're not used to this new environment. There may be steps that we need to take before we're able to jump in. That requires research. So there's 2 sides to this coin of the research aspect. There's either A, you don't do any research, or B, you do too much research. And we're going to talk about both. So A, if you're not doing enough research, that means that you know what you want to do. It's just this thought in your head and you're just like kind of telling people about it, whatever. You're just like thinking about how great it would be. And then that's it. And then you don't do anything to follow up with it. You don't research how to get to that position. You don't research the steps you need to take. You don't research the prerequisites. You don't research what it's actually like in that position. And then you just sit there with your thought about, wouldn't it be so nice if? And if you're in that phase of not doing enough research, really try to go into yourself and figure out, what is it that's blocking you from being able to take that step? Is it that you really don't want to do this? Is it that you're afraid? What is the thought behind it that's causing you to not take that step? Is it that you feel like you're not going to be good enough anyway, so what's the point? What is it that's causing you to remain stagnant and not even put in the research to do it? And then there's the other side that I really resonate with, and it's doing too much research. Now, learning is amazing. Learning is very important. You have to continue to learn every single day. But you have to do the action after you learn the concept. And that's where a lot of us, that's where I get stuck in. Where we just do so much research, we do so much ingesting of information and reading all the books and listening to all the podcasts and watching all the YouTube, and then we don't do a single thing afterwards. We map out a plan, and then we don't execute the plan, and then we wonder why we're still stuck. And that's where the problem is. A lot of us get stuck there, and it's completely understandable. I get it. And sometimes it could be just that you feel like you need to continue ingesting information so that you can be perfect and the expert and blah, blah, blah. And I know I mentioned you have to be an expert in your field, which is true, but you also have to take the action, or else everything that you just ingested, all those things that you learned, it's just, you're going to take it to the grave. It's not going to do anything. No one's going to know about it. You're not going to be able to get to where you want to be. Reason number 4 why you are still stuck in your shitty job is because you don't believe that personal development is important. You do not see the value of personal development, and you don't see how it correlates with getting to where you want to be. Personal development is so freaking important. Even the way that you show up, even if you decide to take the action and you show up, you will show up so differently if you do not have the personal development piece ready. Or personal development on a learning stance. Again, you're not developing yourself. You're not learning new things every single day. So then you're going to remain stagnant in whatever field that is that you're in. You're never going to be able to up level and therefore get more success because you're not focusing on personal development. It's super important. Last week, I signed up for this business coaches program, and literally, like, the first chunk of the course is personal development. When you make personal development important and you see the value in it, you're able to up level. You're able to do the things that you never thought that you were going to even be able to do just by having the foundation of personal development. By investing in yourself, like what I did with this program. I invested in myself. I was just like, all right, well, this is what I need to do. And I'm getting way more stuff out of it than I ever would have imagined. And it's kind of ridiculous. But that's what happens every single time I focus on personal development. I read a book about personal development and I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell? And like my whole life changes. When I did my life coaching certification program, y'all, I thought I was just going to go in there learning how to coach people and that was it. The changes that I've made in myself and how that has changed my life and the way that I show up in life and like the enjoyment that I can get out of life, fucking insane. Personal development is important, y'all. Please focus on it. Reason number 5 why you are still stuck in your shitty job. I'm calling y'all out now. Are you ready? You're not taking yourself seriously and you're not holding yourself accountable. If you told yourself, okay, all I need to do is fix up my resume. I hate this job. Oh my God, I need to fix up my resume. I need to fix up my resume. Why is it a month later and you're still talking about you got to fix up your resume? If you had to do something for someone else, is that how it would be? No. If you had to do something for your boss, you wouldn't act like that. You would get done what you need to get done, and that would be it. That resume example, I've seen that hundreds of times, including with myself. Okay? I get it. It's so easy to miss a task. It's so easy to not do something for yourself because you're just like, oh, okay, no one's going to be upset except for me. But why? Why is that okay? Why is it okay to hold yourself back? The same meeting that you scheduled with your boss, the same meeting that you scheduled with your friend, you need to have the meetings for yourself as important. The task that you're going to do for your job, you need to do that same task for yourself. And for you business owners out there, we're right here. I got you. If you want that business to take off, you need to take yourself seriously. A business is a job. It is a job. It is a job. It is a job. I know we don't like to think of it as a job. We want to quit our jobs and start our business. But you're getting paid from a business just like you're getting paid from a job. It is your job. You need to make it important. You need to treat it as important as you would treat your job. You need to treat the tasks that you need to do for your business as important as you would treat them for your job, or else you're not going to get paid. You can't go to work and be like, yeah, so my boss gave me 27 tasks. I did 3. I'll do the rest of the 24 over the course of the month. What? You wouldn't have a job. You wouldn't get paid. Same shit with your business. Like, although it's not like, okay, I work 40 hours a week, 9 to 5, it doesn't matter. You still have to put in that same exact amount of effort. The same effort. You have to do it. I'm like really going off right now. I'm gonna try to calm down. But please, make yourself as important as you make everyone else. Hold yourself accountable as other people will hold you accountable. And the bonus reason for all you entrepreneurs out there, you're treating your business as a hobby and not a business. You're not taking your business seriously. You're doing it when you feel like doing it. You're doing a little dibble dabbling here and there. You're just moseying along through. Figure out what it is that you got to do, but stop treating it like a hobby, or else it will make money like a hobby. All right, guys, those are the 5/6 reasons why you are still in your shitty job and not in the job of your dreams. Right now, what I want you guys to do, your action step, is I want you to take all 5-6 reasons that I have. I'm going to list them down below. Take all those reasons and figure out which one actually resonates with you. Figure out which one you actually need to work on so that you can take the step closer to getting out of the job that you don't like. Figure out what it is that you need to work on and figure out what is the best way for you to work on that so you can get closer to getting your dream job. Get closer to figuring out what steps you need to take and hold yourself accountable and take all those steps and get to where you want to be. You can get to your dream job and you may not even be successful because you're still not following the steps. You're still not doing the things that you need to do to make yourself successful there. If I just stopped doing all the steps right now, I wouldn't have clients. I wouldn't be making any money. I wouldn't be able to do anything if I just stopped. You have to keep going with all of these things. You have to consistently be consistent. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to be a professional person to yourself. You have to treat yourself like you are the CEO of your life. Yes, you are the CEO of your life. You wouldn't be treating the CEO of your company like this? No. Make the change. Figure out what changes you have to make and do it. One way that will actually help you make all 6 of those changes, or all 5 of them, is getting a coach. Why? A coach will do literally every single thing that is listed there. A coach will hold you accountable. A coach will be your cheerleader and let you know, yes, sis, this is for you. Keep it fucking pushing. They will be your outside validation. They will be your outside sign. A coach will make sure that you're taking those steps and figuring out the research that you need to get done so that you can do the things that you want to do. A coach will also make sure that you have all the research done and help you take the steps that you need to take to get to where you want to be. A coach will help you tell that gremlin to shut the fuck up. A coach will do the inner work with you so that you don't have to worry about feeling like you're not good enough, like you're not smart enough, like you're not whatever enough. A coach does that inner work with you. And by doing all that, by hiring a coach, by investing in yourself, by doing the things that you need to do to get to where you want to be, you are taking your personal development and you're putting it as the number one thing in your life. You're making it so that you are developing yourself and you're up-leveling so that everything else around you can up-level as well. I want to help you guys. I'm tired of seeing people like you doing this to yourselves. It's frustrating, and it's just like, you don't have to be that way. It doesn't have to stay that way. Do what you need to do to get to where you want to be. Look at yourself, look at your life, and see what is important for you, and take the steps to get there. And if it involves hiring a coach to get there faster, then do that. Do what you need to do to get to where you want to be. If you have any questions about that, you can always email me at contact@alyssahallcoaching. You can also check my website to see a little bit more about coaching and see how it actually works, specifically with me with career transitions. And that is it for today's episode, guys. If you want to hear this in audio form, you can listen to my podcast, Take That Leap. It is on Apple, Google, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if you would like to see more motivational, inspirational things throughout the week, you can follow me on Instagram at Ali the Life Coach. I will see you guys next week.